Hey,
Uh, how Rajendra Kadam?
hi,
Is
hi,
that the pronunciation?
hi, Marvin.
Okay, okay, nice to meet you. So we recently started, like this spotlight video kind of thing. So we started it like recently to try to have like some of the heroes to share a bit of some of their information on their journey as heroes. And much of this was to encourage like other heroes or some people who could want to like join the program, to be able to join the program, or to create some of the information that could be easily accessible by some of the heroes as they try to join the program. So some of what we are doing now is going to be okay. It's going to be like for the first time, and since like you are the first you know guest on like this kind of video program, I would like you to introduce yourself and maybe say something about yourself.
Yeah, so I'm Rajendra. I am based out of Mumbai in India. I have
Okay.
been contributing to GitLab for past couple of months now, but I have been contributing very seriously with some significant features from January, and I have been
Okay.
doing so every day now. I work as a software engineer at Browser Stack. It's a company in Mumbai. It's a SaaS
Wow.
company developing testing software solutions.
Wow.
And yeah, so I have been enjoying my journey of contributing to GitLab, and I've been learning like after every MR something new about the uh, coding best practices, writing good aspects, writing maintainable code, reviewing MRs. So yeah, that's about it.
Wow, that's interesting. So can you tell us about why you joined like the program? Like what
Yeah,
was the
so my first intention was not at all to join the Heroes program, as in, I was not focusing on joining the Heroes program. Rather, I was focusing on making good contributions to GitLab.
wow.
And as my contributions were increased, and these were significant contributions, the Heroes program, I would say it followed. Like, I just tweeted about my goal of this year to make 50 plus contributions, 50 plus significant MR contributions. And that's when
Wow, that's exciting.
John tweeted his reply on my tweet that he would like me to nominate myself for the Heroes program. And that's how about I got to know about Heroes program. And
Wow.
I was like, yeah, this is cool. I mean, I can join in and encourage more few developers to contribute to GitLab and learn along the way. So yeah, it was not like I did not decide to join the Heroes program and then I would start contributions. It's like it's the other way around. I started contributions first, made very good contributions in the initial stage, and been doing that every day. And that's how I was selected by the Heroes committee for the for
Wow.
being as a GitLab hero.
I think that's really inspiring. It's like something that came out of a goal, and I feel
Yeah.
like that's something really inspiring. So, what's the most important, you know, thing that you have observed as being part of the program? Like, what stands out for you as an individual?
So I think I am motivated to do have sustained contributions. Earlier, I used to have one MR, submit code, and then just not check out for weeks, and sometimes it's too waste, and that's why it took me a few months time for the first MR and few weeks time actually for the first MR. But
Wow.
now being in the Heroes program, you sort of have a responsibility in the wider community that you have to contribute. You have to the issues or the MRs that are assigned to you, you're owning them. So that's you have some ownership towards it. So I think Heroes program emphasizes on that you have a responsibility, and I think it comes naturally to me as to not contribute. I have
Yeah.
been, after my working hours during the day, I spend like 3 to 4 hours from 8 p.m. till 10:30 p.m. every day before going to bed, checking some reviews,
Wow.
comments on my existing MRs, and checking if there are any new issues that need my attention or need some work to be done, which might not get prioritized within the team, but good for me to learn. And yeah, that's what Heroes program has actually changed about the contributions in me towards
Wow.
GitLab, the DevOps.
Yeah, I think that's really inspiring, like your journey towards, like your contribution and the work ethic that you put in. And the fact that you are willing, like to push this even after work, given that most people would be, resting at that time. So I find that to be really inspiring. So what would you see yourself do in like the next couple of years as a hero?
Yeah, one thing I'm now, as I said initially, was my aim was not just getting into GitLab Heroes, but my focus was on contributions, and GitLab Hero followed. Now, the next step as growing in this program is I would like to be a part of the core committee, core team members,
Oh,
where I
oh,
would
that's
be able to contribute in much more meaningful way, along with the GitLab team, engineering team. So that's what I'm aiming for next, and essentially I would just keep contributing to GitLab, some more complex contributions, something that requires design, something that requires introducing a new model, introducing some new architecture. So that's my focus for being in the program now, and helping the wider community members during hackathon or during any normal day when I come back on my laptop to contribute to GitLab. I just check the Gitter channel, the Gitter contributors channel. Is there someone requiring help or not? So yeah, that's what my focus is now, because I just feel uh, contributing to GitLab is not just about yet another work or yet another open source software that I would like to contribute. It has much more meaning to that than just
okay.
contributing. So that's why I don't feel, you just mentioned about a point that people would rest after work and would not do anything, but that is what something that keeps me motivated to contribute every day, even if I'm tired. And during the weekends now, before this call, I was just going through the existing open issues, some reviews on my MRs. And
Okay.
Saturdays and Sundays are the 2 full days that I'm able to give it to contribute to GitLab.
Wow, that's really amazing. Like you putting aside your time is a really fascinating thing because, yeah, like I said previously, not very many people, like choose to do that, and I find it really inspiring. And
Yeah, and
the fact that you shared,
yeah, go on. Yeah,
yes,
sorry. And
yeah,
especially if you check the GitLab values of collaboration and iteration, I tend to follow them. Like after a few MRs, like I had 7 or 8 MRs in the pipeline, and then I just went through the handbook for reading the values, GitLab's values, and
yeah, yeah.
using collaboration and iteration. The goal of my 50 plus MRs, I had it for over a year, but I just happened to complete it within 2 months of 2020. So by the end
Wow,
of February, I was 50 MRs merged into the master branch of the GitLab, and
wow, that's
I was amazed
inspiring.
at myself totally that by just following the values, by just using them at the right place and living those values, I was able to complete my goal.
Wow, that's inspiring. So like, what really, like drives you, like in this contribution, like when you are contributing, like, what's like the major inspiration that you get
I think
as you
it's
contribute
the
to the project?
yeah, I think it's the code that GitLab engineers have been written over the years. I have seen many other open source projects. I code at my work, but uh, it's nothing that GitLab has so much more valuable. I mean, the for directory structure, the folder structure, and the architecture. It's really amazing that I get to learn a lot of things from that. I have been learning
Okay.
those here, reading the best practices, reading the backend guides of the GitLab documentation, and using them at my workplace. So I'm able to improve, something at my workplace again, something that
Yeah,
has
yeah.
not been followed. So I urge the team to follow. I urge the team to write better aspects, and that's how I have been like being motivated, because it's never a dull moment. Not even a single MR was a waste of time, I would say, or nothing that I learned from a single MR. Every single MR has been something. The reviewers, the engineers at GitLab have been very helpful in all the reviews of my MRs, and have been like there's a not just nitpick reviews but something meaningful. And I believe I must have missed learning them previously at the job or somewhere else, or by doing my some projects or by own personal projects, I must have missed them. But I'm thankful to the engineering team at GitLab that they taught me so much. about
Yeah,
Ruby on Rails, about Ruby, about writing good aspects of whatever that may be, about teamwork, collaborating.
yeah. I think that's one of the most inspiring things I also find, with the GitHub community. So
Yeah.
I find, like it's really friendly, and people are so willing to contribute and collaborate on different aspects, and especially if you like need help somewhere. So like considering like this, I believe maybe you have encountered a couple of like challenges along the way. So what would possibly be like your major challenges that you have been facing as a contributor or part of like the Hero program?
I think there is not much to improve. I mean, Raymond and David have been doing a great job of maintaining
Yeah,
this
yeah,
program. They have been doing everything in their power to keep the community engaged, keep the community motivated, and get as many as contributors as much as possible on board. So if you check the graph that Raymond had shared in a couple of weeks back, I think during the hackathon, the number of contributors have been increasing exponentially over the period. So which means that David and Raymond must be doing something right, right? So
yeah, yeah,
I don't think there is. I don't have any advice right now that anything can be improved in the Heroes program, given that actually everything is top notch and good for the
yeah,
community.
yeah. Yeah, I think so. Like I think so too, because like I feel like the communication loop and everything regarding like the communication for like the code contributors is quite it's quite something. Most of the collaboration happens there, and everyone is willing to like help or to like patch in something that it needs to be patched. So yeah, I feel like it's actually good, and it's something like I feel like it's the greatest strength of like the contributing platform for like GitLab. So how would you rate your experience on this journey as a hero so far?
Oh,
I
it
don't know
has
how many months
it
have
has been
been
excellent.
on the hero. Wow, okay. Okay, so how many months have you been on the program anyway?
I think it's been a month and a half. I think I was.
Wow,
I can check the MR date when I raised the MR date of the adding my photo on the GitLab Heroes page. I think that's
wow, that's,
when I was accepted, or maybe the email from John. I can just quickly go through my email. Uh,
yeah,
I think it's Jan 17. I was inducted into GitLab Heroes. Jan 27.
wow.
Sorry, Jan 27.
So like, have you been able to like see some of like the activities like the heroes have been doing? Like, for example, there are heroes who organize parties and other events. So have you been able to like see them?
No, my focus as a GitLab hero has been on contributions, improving the code, adding new features. I am sure
Okay.
there are many great other heroes who have been doing the meetups and like the one that you are doing right now, interviewing me on the Hero Spotlight. So I think we have good number of people in the Heroes program to touch every aspect of GitLab's development, of GitLab's growth.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's really amazing. So what would you like to be changed? Like what someone thing that you feel like could be changed, probably improved in the program?
Um, I don't have anything on my mind right now, but I think initially uh, inducting as a GitLab hero, I think I thought maybe it's just the contributions that get you a title, but it's not that. Even if you conduct GitLab meetups, spread the word about
Yeah,
GitLab and the community, you are a GitLab hero. It's not just about writing code. So even something that you're not, let's say you're not interested in writing code, but you are very good in organizing meetups, you can be inducted
yeah, yeah.
into GitLab hero. So I would have changed that one thing if it was only based on code contributions, but it's not. So I don't have any other points to improve on that. It's already like
Yeah,
Raymond is doing a phenomenal job in maintaining this.
yeah, yeah. I think much of like like the focus of like the Heroes program is not really necessary for like the developers. I think that's probably for the GitLab contributors, like platform. So the GitLab Heroes mostly focuses on like the non-coding tasks like like organizing events and maybe like video interviews like this that could probably be beneficial to maybe someone who's not from a technical background. And I see you have had quite of like an impact on like the technical background. So I would like maybe to know like what would you be interested in like doing in order to like help, let's say someone who would like to put their content on GitLab and they don't know how to like maybe send something or add the projects there, like something that is not really technical on GitLab. So what would you be willing to do to help that kind of people, for people probably living in Mumbai or your area where you live right now?
Um, I would, request them to check the other aspects of GitLab, let's say designing or product management or, writing some blogs or
Yeah,
developer evangelism. Basically, studying about the features of GitLab and then evangelizing them in the community about how that can help the developers project, something like that. It's not only about doing code contributions. It's much more than that. I mean, developers can just write good code, but there is a design which helps the developers code look good on the UI side. There are developer evangelists
yeah,
who actually get developers interested in what the GitLab is doing. There are product managers, there are designers who contribute in their own way of making the GitLab a good product. So
yeah, yeah.
anyone interested in any of these aspects other than the code contributions can become a hero, can follow what I did. So yeah, that's about from me. Any like
Okay.
sort of help if anyone
So
needs.
would you be like involved in like such activities of like promoting the program and trying to like educate people on how to do the specific things that you've been able to highlight at the moment?
Yeah. I would be more than happy to do that in any form
Okay.
I can, in any form that is expected from me. Maybe having a screencast about how to contribute your first MR, how to navigate the code. I can take up a issue and maybe record my screen of doing a live code in parts, breaking into parts. So that is one
Okay.
way I think can be useful. I haven't tried, but that just came to my mind of how it can help.
Okay. So would you be in, okay, like you just said what you could be able to do, and one of the things like I feel like we have been discussing in some of the meetings, the the core team meetings, I the committee meetings, was the issue and like the thing about diversity in like the program. And I feel like it's one of like the major challenges, and I don't know what your take would be on how to like improve like the diversity of like the program, like to have more heroes from like diverse backgrounds and like more people who are underrepresented in like the program. So what's your take of maybe something that could be done to like improve this the level of diversity in the program?
Um, I think GitLab organizing events at different places, the GitLab commit and everything, and Raymond traveling to different conferences to evangelize about GitLab. I think
Yeah.
that's what I can also think of the same. Try to do more events, have more commit type events, and attend as many as conferences, meetups as possible. To let just people know that we have this kind of program and we would like you to participate. And there
Okay.
are people from diverse background who attend those commit events or meetups, which
Okay.
can get to know about GitLab Heroes program.
Okay.
So
Okay. But
I don't know about any other way other than that right now.
mhm.
But maybe as a hero, I can give it a thought with other heroes that are in the team.
Okay. I think that could be probably a topic of discussion, like on the
Yeah.
Heroes platform. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Before we conclude this, because I feel like, yeah, we have had really quite an interesting exchange of like knowledge. I just like you to answer maybe the final question that I have for you, which is, okay, like what's like your message or word of encouragement for some of the people who are planning on joining like the program? Like, what would you like to tell them?
I think one should not focus on becoming a hero or becoming a core team member. One should focus on his contributions in any form, be it code contributions, design contributions, product management contributions, or whatever contributions that GitLab supports taking from the community. He or she can focus on that, and the success will follow. So my initial aim was not I want to become a GitLab hero or I want to win the hackathon. I just wanted to focus on my contributions, and GitLab hero followed that. Then during the hackathon, I just did what I was doing, made as much as possible, and I won the competition. So yeah, that's just a one simple line that I have. Just focus on your contributions, and everything will follow, and
Okay.
everything will be in place.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Kadam. I've had quite a wonderful time. Like the knowledge that you have exchanged has been really helpful, and I just hope like it will be helpful for like other people who may be able to view it on the GitLab channel. Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Marvin. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Bye. Take care.
Bye. Bye. Take care.